Cowboys 1D Tom FoxStaff photographer Dallas Cowboys free safety Byron Jones 31 breaks up a pass intended for Los Angeles Rams tight end Gerald Everett 81 during the fourth quarter at Stadium in Arlington, Texas, Sunday, October 1, 2017. Tom Fox Dallas Morning News by Bob Sturm, special contributor at Sports Sturm. The bye week is behind us and we can actually turn our attention to football again, rather than courtrooms and discussions on how and how not to handle the anthem protest situation. Well, on second thought, it is possible the anthem thing can be problematic at 3 p.m. Sunday, but let's hope for the best there, whatever that means, and football is the biggest focus moving forward. That puts the Cowboys up against their old friends, the San Francisco 49ers. How many meetings over the years and how many memories have these two teams built together like the Green Bay rivalry? You can't tell the story of one of these teams without the story of the other. They are intertwined forever and you wouldn't want it any other way. Here is your chart for the 49ers game and how they were built, or more specifically, how they are being built presently under first-year general manager John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan. I can tell you that, as long as I have been doing that, I have never seen a team add 35 players in one season, but the 49ers clearly know what they have had around there is not working. They also know Shanahan and Lynch that they have 6-year contracts, so a more deliberate plan seems logical. They are trying to transition with common sense to a team that is full of talent. You can argue they are doing fine on defensive talent now, but they will need to see that continue to ultimately achieve their goal. Okay, let's answer some questions for this week. Are we in must-win territory? Well, I hate to be overly dramatic, but yes, I would say you had better beat the 49ers if you have any designs of being a playoff team and not falling on your face. It is not a great spot they are in right now, but I still believe this is a good football team that is fully healthy and should still be ready to roll their way to 10 wins. That might be fully delusional, but I still look for certain things in a team and I see many of them with the Cowboys. A few close losses don't have me questioning everything yet. Where have you seen the biggest differences in Dak's play from last year to this year? There is no question he is doing more and being asked to do more as he runs this offense. Is it a great idea to flip him more of the keys to the car? Well, they have done so, and he has made very few poor decisions. I know we can certainly question one or two of them, but other than that, I continue to be impressed with his ability to pilot this thing with chaos all around him. He keeps his demeanor, composure and everything as stoic as can be. This doesn't look too big for him. I realize he is not perfect and his skill set is not superior to the league's best, but he has incredible mental skills and emotional control. That means a lot to me as a quarterback, and we have seen significant growth this season from that standpoint of the brass trusting him with every component of the offense. Now they just have to make it work. The NFC seems wide open. How many wins do you think it will take for the Cowboys to make the playoffs? I would shoot for 10, and then if 9 turns out to be the number, it will be a nice surprise. I think we are talking about a wild card at this point, but you keep rowing the boat and see how you feel in a month or two. For now, let's say 106 is what you need, so that means this team needs to finish the regular season on an 83 run. We call that a bit of a challenge, but doable. What have you seen from Byron Jones so far this season? The Cowboys surely expected more than what they've gotten from him so far, right? I have wanted more, but I also think he is often deployed like the rest of the secondary, in a very conservative manner, and therefore is unable to always make plays with the aggressiveness that we seek. I also wonder if he is in the right spot, as finding the way to use a player is vital. He is in year 3 and there is no question that by now we would have hoped he would have emerged as a top member of this defense. He isn't bad at all. He just doesn't seem terribly special. He had a limited body of work at UConn and was able to really impress with his positional flex and combined performance. I am not a big fan of the Cowboys' obsession with positional flex, but it seems to govern all of their draft day decisions. I say get a player who is so good at a position that you never want to move him over a guy who can play this spot or that spot or this other spot. In those cases, I wonder if he can be great in any of them. I don't know that they have done Jones any favors so far, to be honest. But I am also not sure he is the real playmaker you seek in the first round. What Rod Marinelli says Cowboys can't do when trying to end takeaway drought on defense. Is it time to end the Jeff Heath experiment? I don't have a big issue with his roster spot or occasional role on the defense. But I do have a problem with him getting every snap when Xavier Woods seems ready to roll. I think this transition is happening more and more. Heath can serve a purpose and hasn't been awful at all, but they have a better player in his spot waiting for his chances. Now, they also like to play with three safeties a bit, so that is where you will see them both on the field at the same time. Can a healthy Sean Lee and Anthony Hitchens save this defense? We had better hope so. Sean Lee is a difference maker on a defense that lacks difference makers. Hitchens is decent, but we have overrated his value because his replacements have been so short of the standard that is needed out there. But to have them both fit would have likely given you the Rams game or Packers game or both. You won neither, and now the team is trying to keep those two on the field and make sure that teams don't take advantage of them right in the middle of the defense. That Byron Jones day was just too easy, and the Cowboys made it that way. Between Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick and Zach Martin, who has been the most disappointing so far this season. I would not label any of them a disappointment. The play has dropped a bit, but we're talking from a 10 out of 10 to an 8.5 out of 10. They are all exceptional players and I don't believe they are to blame for the regression. I believe the issues are more that teams are loading up to stop the run with multiple players. Sure, Travis Frederick and Tyron Smith have been beaten more than ever before, but that still is a very high level of excellence. This is a tough league and I would not lose a wink of sleep worrying about those three for now. Tyron's back is a concern, but they all are fantastic football players. Thoughts on this San Francisco defense? Seems like they have a lot of young talent. That is where the talent on their roster can be found. DeForest Buckner is an amazing talent and has been quite destructive since they turned to a 43 defense. Solomon Thomas is a special player, too. Reuben Foster is very nice when healthy. So, they will battle you hard with their defensive line and linebacker group. They will bring pressure and they will scrap. But they just don't have enough at the corners to keep teams from moving the ball, and their offense has not done much of anything. It is a nice defense and they are plenty aggressive, but there is no question they are in a transitional period where they are trying to figure out how to run this scheme from Seattle via Jacksonville with their new defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh. All of San Francisco's game have been pretty close. How worried should Cowboys fans be about this game even though the 49ers are winless? There are no freebies in this league, especially on the road. I would prepare for a 2 to 3 horse stressful game, as usual. Playing on the road is just a great test for every component of your team. What makes the Cowboys so good at it right now is they seldom turn the ball over, and when you don't beat yourself on giveaways, you will always have a chance. That is another reason to really value what Prescott brings to the table. He doesn't beat himself. Huge advantage with young quarterbacks when they travel. Can Taco Charlton break out in the later part of the season, or should we not expect much of an impact until next year? I would certainly hope so, but the truth is that his chance was before David Irving returned. Now, if the Cowboys stay healthy, their edge guys are Lawrence, Mayowa and Irving, and there really isn't much room for anyone else. I would not give up hope on the kid from Michigan because he has plenty of talent, but this year might end up being a bit of a redshirt year, as his snaps are not going to increase if everyone stays healthy. They have to win games right now over developing their first-round pick. Have a great weekend and enjoy the game.